All right. Hey, juicers, welcome to your first Juice Zoom of November 2025. Um, we are missing our news lady tonight, but
Ugh.
saying that, um, Jason did an end of month live in the All Consultants group for Region 3. Please go watch that because he covers every single thing that you would have that and probably more than what Kelly would have covered. So please go watch then the All Consultant page. I've also put a cover photo up in our group page with all the things that are coming that we know of because there's surprises coming, which I'm sure Wendy knows, but she can't reveal. Um, um, but I also want to take a moment and just say I swear I got this time right, but apparently I did not. We are going through daylight savings ending. And so we fall back an hour. And so I had to go, I did lots of jigging. Wendy's 2 hours actually behind me. She's in California. I'm in the Chicago branch. And so honest to God, I swear I got this right because when I look at my world clock right now, it says that it's 8 p.m. in New Zealand, and that was the goal. 8 p.m. in New Zealand, 1 a.m. for me, and poor Wendy's at 12 because she still hasn't hit her 2 a.m. to have to go back to an hour. So I had this is my second 1 a.m. that I've done today. So with all that explaining and apologizing, I I did not realize all the mess this would be. But anyway, we are here. Wendy is here. As you know, I call her Liquid Sunshine. So Wendy's going to talk to us. Came up as 4:30 for me. Yeah, I don't know what that means in Australia. So I just need New Zealand people to tell me, is it 8 o'clock? Because if it is, then I did the right thing. All right. Um, Take it away, Miss Wendy. I've done lots of introducing you in the
Yes.
group already. I showed you a screenshot of that. And Wendy's going to rock our world now. So there you go.
Well, it's midnight here in California, but guess what? Look what I did already, guys. I got two out of three of my trees up. And well, let's be honest. I didn't have any events last weekend. So secretly, I took down all my Halloween decor inside my house. I left my porch all Halloween and did Christmas inside. So it was so amazing to wake up and have all my trees on. And the guy put the lights on the outside of my house. I mean, I am ready for Christmas. I am that girl. I'm like that. I think I saw a meme where the girl is opening up and passing out the Halloween candy to the kids, but behind her, you just see Christmas. That would be me. But anyway, as she said, my name is Wendy, and I love home parties. I love to go nose to nose, belly to belly with people. I love the connections of live team meetings, in person trainings. I really do. But this is what we have today. So, how amazing is that we are connecting across the globe together, sharing our hearts and our love for Scentsy. I have been doing this 16 years and I will do this till the day I die. It's just, it's in me, right? What started off as a little, I'm going to do it for the safety. My husband is now retired, but he's a fireman. So when I first started, it was all about he made me ditch all the candles. So a little weird here to have candles now, but what I learned was I just learned to pivot. And things change and businesses change and everything in your life changes. But when you are positive and a positive person and you believe in your company, it was an easy pivot for me. Do I sell a lot of candles? I do. Do I have them burning in my home? Not really. And that's the truth. But I'll tell people I'm transparent. I love my warmers and wax and pods and diffusers. But most importantly, the candles are selling. I did an event today. So let's talk about what I do. I do home parties, I do events. We're going to share more about the home party today. But I ended up selling $1,500 in 3 hours, 1,500 PRV. Is that better? Yes, 1,500 PRV. I was taught that's what I should say. And booked two parties and a fundraiser. I just got a call back from a lady a couple hours ago, just from being out there sharing what we love. So, did I expand my network? Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of transparency. I put a heart on here, and these are the ones that I'm going to personally add to my VIP group. So when I bought a little heart stamp on Amazon, and at my events, when I talk to them and I start connecting, I say, "Would you like to be a part of my VIP group?" And then I stamp that little heart here, and I go home, and then I follow up with them. Just like an event, just like a home party, you have to follow up 24 to 48 hours. It's that important. It's hot. They just took those products home. They were just smelling our wax, right? They were just admiring all the things. But if you don't follow up with them, that's when it goes cold. Same thing with your Scentsy Connect. We have so many ways to follow up, and I can't stress that enough. That is the success with my business. It's my connection to people. So you need to be that little connection person too. You need to be out there with all your feelers, because maybe my sales weren't that as high. I actually did well today, but if I got connections and I got a future, I got some bookings and a fundraiser and more chances to meet more people. That is what these are all about. So don't say, "I can't have a home party." Oh, yes, you can. And guess what? You can't have it at your house, or your mom or your sister or your bestie won't have it. Do you guys use that word, bestie, best friend? I never know. I never know if I'm saying bad slang. Anyway, if you have, do it in your own home. You've got the platform, you've got warmers. I got holiday warmers on the mantle. I do have a candle sitting here. It looks like I've burned it a little bit. That's how my candles look, but in real transparency. So I want you to think about that. So when we end this call today, I want you to think, like right now, be writing names down of people who may want to get some free and half price Scentsy. It's really the best way for Christmas shopping. There's something for everyone in our catalog. And imagine if you just got together with some testers, some catalogs, and a couple of our systems. It could be as simple as that. The way you gather people like that, and maybe they're going to want to open up a rewards link or a shopping link. They're going to want to do the same. Our products are beautiful. Some of the things cost a lot. People need to be able to earn them at half price. I always tell every person who's looking at our premium diffuser, I know a way you can get that at a better price. That is almost how I always book a party from my parties. So it's something like looking at like our air purifier. You guys have those, right? Yes. So if you have an item like that, it's the best way to get them to book or open a rewards link or take a basket for a basket party. I am going to show you today my flower party. I'm going to show you other ways that I get PRV. I'm going to show you how I work these at home parties. I'm going to show you ways that I book. I'm going to show you ways that I upsell. It's going to be fire. So are you guys ready? Woohoo! Let's go. Okay, I see some faces on. Let's see. Oh, Robin, you're so kind. So I'm going to use some words in here that may not translate the same. I was just, thanks, Chelsea. She just warned me. Bear with Wendy, please. Just bear with me. So I found this diagram, and it was kind of cute because it's kind of going to go with my whole theory. And it says, a superstar director, it's my title, but I'm just like you, is really just an essential consultant who never gave up, right? That's all we are. We are all the same. Don't say, I'm just a star. No, you are a star consultant. Don't use those words like I'm just a star consultant or I'm just this. We're all the same. We all, you cut our wrist, we're going to bleed purple because we are Scentsy through and through to our core. And you can see my passion when I talk about this. Just because I had some great people underneath me that were mentored and trained and had me hit a level, we're all the same. And we all need to do our businesses just like that. I am the superstar director, like you, who everything I'm showing you is what I do. transparently and 100%. I'm not out there. I'm doing the fundraisers and the events. I do all of it. And I'm 61 years old. Yeah, a little old. So here's this little cute diagram, which I learned. See the depth here underneath these trees? It starts off essential and goes to certified, lead, star. But as you look, and I'm going to say the word roots, I'm so sorry. The roots start growing as you start building your foundation. So this is a really good visual to me. You know, an essential consultant is just a superstar director that never gave up. And so this is where you need to dig your feet in, believe in the company, believe in what Scentsy is offering and our changes. I'm here to stay because I trust and believe in Orville and Heidi. So my roots right here, I know I said another bad word. They are deep because I bleed and live Scentsy 100%. And so for all transparency, that's how it goes. Okay, let me go over a few things with you. I believe that a really healthy business is that behind the scenes hustle that really you need to have. Maybe you work a full-time job. Does anyone work a full-time job? Let me know if you guys do both. That's really beautiful. That's hard to do. But you have to take that time, if you're working your job, and make that 15 minutes that you've got, maybe a few blocks a day, or our Scentsy Connect, and just really power and make that work. What I mean is that 15 minutes, say you got a 15 minutes of your lunch break that you're done eating and you've got a few minutes, don't scroll social media. That's not going to do nothing for you right here or for you right here. Most of the time we scroll and we feel self-conscious about ourselves. I'm going to be real transparent here. Oh, she looks really good. And you kind of judge yourself. It's really not healthy. If you do look for social media, look at what your team is doing. Look what positive people are sharing. We don't talk about politics or religion on social media for a reason. And I know if some of you do, it's okay, but you lose your audience. And so most people don't know where I rate. They don't know if I'm a Christian or what my beliefs are. But most importantly, they know that I love Scentsy and I believe in our products. So think about that when you guys are out there. So this is what we need to do behind the scenes. We need to get our ask in gear. I did not say a bad word. I said our ask. I know she's over there laughing, but I'm serious. I said ask. We need to ask people to host a party, whether it's in person, a rewards link, a basket party. I'm going to show you my flower party here in a minute. Could be a fundraiser. Do you guys do fundraisers there, or is that really not a thing? Oh, you do. Ooh, woo, woo. Oh my God, you can swear. I love this. Anyway, so asking people to host, asking people to join, truly thinking in your network of friends, who needs this? Maybe there's some friend of yours that just needs mom's night out to come to your meeting once a month or to get out and gather with some friends. Who needs free trips? Everyone. There's always, right? There's always a reason and a way that Scentsy has that need. You just need to think about what other people and when you're looking at social media, what are the needs and the wants of others, and how can Scentsy fulfill that? It has totally fulfilled my life for 16 years. So we got to ask them to host. We got to ask them to join. We've got to pursue those fundraisers, because if you want to earn a trip, friends, those big fundraisers, I'll be transparent. My PRV was almost 8,000 PRV last month. I had two good fundraisers, a dog rescue and a horse rescue. And the horse rescue is not done. I'm going to go set up. So I gave them a rewards link. I'm going to set up at the stables. If you follow me on social media, you'll see I'm going to be at the stables on their picnic benches with my products selling. Because what's better than a rewards link and a few samples or a party pack? Seeing and experiencing our products. You got to have sense. We are a fragrance company. People need to smell it. If it's impossible, then you can't do it. You can't do it. But I honestly want to tell you that when you go belly to belly and nose to nose with people and you look them in the eyes, you are going to learn so much more about them. Has anyone done a home party? In the comments, please let me know. I'm just curious as I go on. So we want to pursue events. Events are great. Sometimes people take a small table. Sometimes they're like me and we do cash and carry here in California. They don't want to wait for anything. They said, what do you got right now? I sold 3 diffusers today, guys, because they're like, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? How do I sell a diffuser? FYI, I say lifetime guarantee using any essential oils. And I change those shades fast and show them the color rotation. That is what sells. And I've got my scent that works every time. You guys want to hear it? I hope you have it. Orange strawberry melon is my scent that draws them in. When I'm at the beach, I do a beach event. I'm outside by the beach, right on the Huntington Beach Pier. And people walk by. What's that smell? I'm like, oh, guilty. It's me right here. Come smell this. It draws people. Orange strawberry melon is the scent. And everybody loves it. Oh, more and more jumping on. Okay, so after, we want to make sure we pursue events. We want to follow up. Again, remember my rule of thumb. How fast do we have to follow up? Anyone remember? I'm looking at the chat. Who is listening? How soon? 23, yep, 24 to 48 hours. That's right. You've got to follow up fast, kind of like when you get an order right after that party within 24 to 48 hours. Yep. Offering every single kit to a host. Guys, you just don't know who you can bless. I have had a plethora of people. It seems like last season I flipped a lot of parties. This season, everybody wants to just get there and work it and get that free shooting star kit. That is how I'm sponsoring so many, is I tell them right away, I'm going to help you. We're going to either do an in-person or I do virtual launch parties too from my living room. Like I can virtually launch Robin by doing like a Zoom, showing the products to her VIPs in a Facebook group. And I could launch people's businesses all over the world by standing in my living room and showing products on a small little table, talking about everything basically from Whiff Box to Scentsy Club. As I dabble, if you thought about ever doing what we do, we got you there too. If you'd like to earn this diffuser at half price, I know how you can do that. So I dabble in all the rewards and do a 30-minute live, either at someone's home or virtually, for every single person who joins. I want them to get that shooting star kit. I want them to have that free stuff right away. With their kit and that shooting star kit, they have everything they need for their business. They don't need anything. And it makes me happy. Helping your frontline set goals. Maybe you only have 1 or 2 frontline. I find it, people don't have goals. People just, and if it's a brand new month, right now, today, or say your Sunday night, okay, tomorrow morning will be Monday for you. I'm trying to figure it out. Ask your people, set a goal for yourself too. A dream is just a wish without a plan. We've got to have a goal. We've got to have a plan. Are you just going to fly by the seat of your pants? This is November. The holidays are coming. We should be the gift central for everyone. We have everything to offer. You need to think like that. Okay. I love recognizing and rewarding positive things that my teamies do. When I see somebody with a great live or a great new reel, I love to screenshot it and send a private message and say, I see you. That was amazing. Do you know how good that makes people feel? I'm not going to cry. I know. She just talked about this too. She's dying. I love to send voice messages. I don't have a good voice, but when people hear, oh, Mary, you did it. You triple promoted last month. I am so proud of you. Like, I can't wait to celebrate you. My arms are reaching through the phone and hugging you. Congratulations on your amazing Do you think here someone sending that message gave a little more to them? What an easy, inexpensive way. I sent about 20 voice messages today telling people what a great job they did. What an easy way to recognize your team. And guess how much it cost you? Simple ways to make people feel seen, valued, loved, and heard. That's what people want in your organization. Um, let's see. Networking is also something. Showing up to team meetings, corporate events. Raise your hand if you're registered for your world tour out there. Can I see some hands up? That's what I want to see. Yes, I try to go to as many as I can. Also, never stop learning. Our training center in the workstation is pretty valuable. There's a lot of great stuff. Take advantage of that. I see you, Deb. I see that hand up. Also, YouTube channel. I have one. A lot of people have YouTube channels. Someday you're just like, I need a little inspiration. I'm going to go watch a YouTube training or something in our workstation. That maybe if you're having an off day, take a minute and reset. And maybe you need to actually step aside and kind of be in a quiet place and reset. It's much better than going social media and like yelling at people because your day was so bad. Take a minute and reset. It's a lot better because sometimes those words that we the candle video. I can't make that up, Hattie. Like my husband was standing here with like a fire extinguisher. He was like freaking out that we hadn't had a candle lit here in 17 years. But they are beautiful and I do love them. I freak out about them burning. I will always be that girl.
I
But
think
I saw that.
the longer you've been in Scentsy, the harder it is.
Yeah.
But I felt like you felt, and I was just kind of like that was the hardest thing. Region 3 doesn't have candles yet, but they have hinted that they're getting them.
Okay.
But I was laughing because I was watching you and I was like, yep, yep, I'd be feeling the same way. And then watching you do the snuffer versus the dipper, I was like,
See?
so the dipper won.
The dipper. Yeah. And I've got so much. You should see what I have around me. I have so much to share with you guys.
Keep
I'm
going.
just going to share it all. Yeah, definitely the wick dipper is the best, and you can buy a lot bulk on like Timo or Amazon if you guys that's something you guys can do. But find a bulk thing, and that's kind of what I'm going to show you. Is I really wanted to make sure, hence I made a candle safety card that I put in every candle because I'm such a freak. Like my husband is a fireman, so retired now. So it was very important. Okay, a couple more things. Always awful great customer service. I had a lady today at my event, and she just really wanted this one bar, and I didn't have it, and she was buying her six pack. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't take everything with me. I knew I had one at home. So I said, you know what? Let's charge you for a six pack along with that warmer. So you bundle it to get your 10% off, and I'll bring you that bar. Take a few minutes out of my day tomorrow and make that customer happy, right? I checked in with her tonight and said, what time is a good time to drop it off in the morning? Will you be there? And she said, as a matter of fact, I am. And I got a question for you. How long have you been selling Scentsy? And I'm like, what? So I don't know. By tomorrow, she may be a new teamie. So you just never know. By really being generous and with your heart. And teach your team all the same things and utilize those programs like club. Do you guys get the bars? Everybody gets all the bars, right? That are available. Oh, okay. I'm not going to say that. I'm so sorry. That's not very nice. But so I'm not going to read the last line because it does say that word that I'm not supposed to use. I just learned what that means. I'm 61 and I now know what it means in another country. So let's talk about how I do home parties. I have huge success going into people's homes. I do. I do like a 2-hour window. It's short and sweet. And here in California, they don't want a presentation. They want to be able to come and go. They want to come and go. So I make it open house style. So it's kind of like I have to talk about the things a few times, but they don't want to come in and sit down around a table. Some places, some areas do. Mine just want to come in, grab their little glass of wine and their goodie, buy their Scentsy and go. So, make their orders and go. but it's so different. So I love the fact that you get to spoil this host. She gets to feel good about having her friends and her family or whoever she's got invited. um I will make sure and reach out. I'm going to share a document that I created for host coaching. Would you like that? Write that down. I got a host coaching document. It's new and it's pretty. You know what, I have another one that it should resonate with everything you guys have, and it's called like Train Your Teamie, and that's a really good document that might help you with onboarding. Would that be beneficial for you guys too? Yes. Okay. Write that down too, and I'd love to share that. So I believe that when you do these home parties, you come in, you set up, you make sure you talk to her plenty of time. But that kind of stuff, I have one of each system. Sometimes girls are like, the ladies do say, can you bring all your wax and all your flowers? So I'm like, okay. So lots of times I'll have one of each system, and I'll have my little side box of wax and flowers that people want to take right then and there. But you don't have to have that. You could do a party with the testers and what you get in any one of our kits available right now. You guys got all 4 kits, right? Right now? Yes, that are available. And did you see that they still get the free shooting star? And did you see this is through December? How many in your goals that you're giving me a PRV goal or your upline? And how many are you going to sponsor this month? How cool is it that we could sponsor them this month? They can make money on December 9th. Not going to cry. And give their family a very Merry Christmas, right? Having a little extra money to put gas in their car, groceries, craziness is happening around here right now. Food is important. Taking your husband on a date night, or maybe buying your child or your grandchild a pair of shoes that you normally couldn't. Something like that. A nice pair of little Nike tennis shoes, or something that are good for their feet. But that's what this business is about. So I want you to think about that when you write your goals for this month. What, not just your PRV, but how many are you going to bring in and sponsor, and how many parties are you going to have? Because you know me. Okay, I love the parties. So I love to have little stations at my parties. So like in the kitchen, I always ask the host if I can put a little counter clean station. And sometimes I hope they have something gunky on their stainless steel fridge or in their microwave, so I can do a cleaning effect. But having a station with counter clean, having the hand soap there for them to wash their hands and use our hand cream. Again, it's about the experience. When I'm at an event, I seriously take the counter clean, and I've got little spray bottles, little samples that I use, and I'll clean the whites of people's tennis shoes. I'm at the beach and I'm like, have you ever seen this product? Come on over here. I'll get my little towel and I'll rub it, and they're like, wow. I'm like, this stuff is amazing. And you got to smell it too. And they're like, my shoes smell great. But you see the difference of just having a bottle there and talking about what it does? People want to see. They need to experience it. My diffusers are going at my events. My air purifier, I've got a little can of hairspray. I can do a real quick spray and show how that red will go on, right? When it needs to clean the air. And I said, so now with the air purifier, I'm going to spray this hairspray. It's going to clean the air. The scent is not coming out now. Once that goes back to white, now it's going to scent your home and clean it as well. And then I tell a story, that if I have a story that I have with an air purifier, I'm going to share it with you, that I can tell when mine needs to be changed in my bedroom. I've got like 3 or 4 in the house, but I'll get to bed and I'll kind of sneeze. I'll sound a little congested. And I'm like, lo and behold, I look over and that light's on. It's so crazy. So I said it really does help, but use true experiences or somebody else's story. Don't just make things up. We want to be credible, genuine, and authentic in our business always. That is my motto. You can do a quick demo, show how to do a cotton cleanup. Okay, so here's something else I take to all my parties. I'm going to show you all the ways to use this organza bag in a minute. It's an 8x12 organza bag. I'm going to show you all the ways, but I keep some cotton balls and cotton cleanups loosely in an organza bag, okay? So I set them all around my table. So I don't forget to tell people how to change the wax. I went into my dentist office who bought a warmer from me and they just kept adding cubes, adding cubes. The thing was like overflowing. I'm like, okay, I obviously failed you. I did not tell you that you need to soak it up. Do they need to buy cotton cleanups? They're convenient, but guess what? Extra large jumbo cotton balls work too, you know? And I have cotton balls, I have cotton cleanups, but I just show them. So they don't always think that I have to buy and I have to buy, but it is really a great upsell to the product when you're selling it. Um, Always share something personal at your home party, whether it's, my favorite trip that I went on was this, or my favorite moment with Scentsy was that, or I can't believe I'm selling candles now when I was like, no candles ever. And I joined for the safety of our products. And now I'm burning candles, right? So you kind of got to giggle about it. My kids are like, my daughter is 31 and my son is 34. And they're like, okay, mom, that's cool. Now we don't have to hide the candles when you come over. What? And the first words out of my daughter's mouth when I held that candle up at SFR was, sign me up. 16 years, she's never asked, all because of a candle. So people love them. So don't discredit something because it's not with like your beliefs. Sell the heck out of it. You don't have to be burning it in your home. Okay. And this is hard. So you guys know this candle thing was a hard one for me. Another way that I upsell is I show them, I go in with the scents. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to actually grab this pod and I always start with, what kind of scents don't you like? Don't stick Christmas cottage under someone's nose who hates cinnamon. So when you're talking to them, what scents don't you like? Is there any scents you don't like? They're like, oh, cinnamon. You're like, let me share with you one of my favorites, Blue Grotto. Take a smell, let them smell. And what you do is you start with the scent, then you pick whether it's going to be an air product or a warmer. So then you pick the warmer or the air product that goes with it and you bundle it to save the 10%. There's not any warmer that I sell that doesn't go with 6 bars because I save that 10%. 10% on the entire bundle on page 15 of your new catalog. Do you guys have that, Patty, with the new pricing in there?
I believe they do, but I don't know if it's that's probably not the same page numbers and things like that.
Okay. So in our US one, it's page 15. Learn that bundle and save. That's what you should be. Yes, you should be memorizing that every time you go out. Thank you for sharing that. Every time before you go out, because people are going to want to buy from you if they're going to save some money. Everybody needs to save money. You're like, okay, great. We know that you love this fan system. We determined this is going to be great in your home gym. Let's pick some scents. And now let's pick your system. Well, we're going to bundle it together. You're going to take 6 with your air product and it's going to save you 10%. They don't even bat an eye because you're bundling things together. Same thing with the warmer. Take 6 bars. And I keep these organza bags ready to go. And especially at my cash and carry events, I hang this on this little hook. And when they're like, what are those for? Oh, grab as many as you want. 6-pack of bars. Just fill them up. Buy 5, get 1 free. They start grabbing bags. They don't know what they're doing. They're like, okay. Next thing you know, they've got 3 6-packs. They have no idea what just happened. All because of a bag. All because of a little organza bag.
I think sorry to interrupt you, but I was just thinking about how you did that. And I'm like, there is magic in the home party because they're involved and they're experiencing everything. They're not checking out. They're not logging off. They're not scrolling somewhere else. They're getting everything answered all at once. I think home parties are the most beautiful, easiest, most effective way to do your business, but it's also the most fun for them.
Yeah.
And the sales are always better.
Whether like I said, it could be a home party, could be 3 people, it can be 23 people. Don't be afraid. I had one, I'll never forget this true story. And I think 2 people showed up. Did you know that 1 joined and 1 booked? Because I had the whole time to talk to them. They were my captive audience. I said, what is it that you want to ask me? And they asked me deep questions like, why are you still doing it? And how big is your team? And they got real personal, and I just shared it all. I was like an open book. She goes, you know what? I think that'd be fun. I think I want to do it. And the other one goes, I'll book a party and try it out. And I'm like, this is great. So don't be so afraid of how many guests turn out. It may be your best party ever. And you may be talking to your future teamie. You may be talking to the one that gets you to superstar director, or you may be talking to the one that gets you to Mexico or Idaho for this trip, right? You just never know. Always think and never like burn bridges. Or if I had another lady that was rude to me at a home party, I made her so uncomfortable by being so nice to her because I don't have that rudeness in me. And I thought, how dare she? She did not like something I was saying. And I pulled her aside and I said, how can I make it better for you? And we talked. Yeah. I nipped it right in the bud right then and there. And I talked to her, looked at her heart, and I said, what bothers you about what I said? She got out of her because she got a little emotional. Guess what, guys? She was having a bad day. She just got laid off from her job. She joined my team. Like, I took a minute to see her and to feel her. I could have just rubbed it off and I could have went, I don't know what word you guys use, but I'm going to be nice here and not say a bad word. What a brat. That's a good one. What a brat. I could have said she's really a brat, but instead I thought something is not right with her. So always, always, always go for the kindness. You never know what someone's going through. Had another one nasty, write a nasty letter on my something message on my team page, and quickly I deleted it and I reached out to her. Again, she was having some problems. She didn't mean to spout out at whoever was commenting. She came in mean. She was not nice. And I'm like, oh, something is going on. So take a minute and find out about your people, find out about your family, really take the time. This is a wholehearted Wendy thing. Just take the time to really understand people. I promise your life and your business will be even better. Oh, on a tangent again. Okay, so don't forget that we can do flowers because we all know Wendy's favorite product is our fragrance flowers. And so you bundle 3 for a special price. So someone does, it's like a bar of wax. I don't say my bar of wax is $6. It's buy 5, get 1 free for 30 PRV is what I should say. I'm learning, not dollars. 30 PRV. I make sure and show the value. So in that mini warmer, when you're buying it, I put in 1 cube. That's plenty. And some people change their scent once a week. Scentsy Saturday, I want my home really fresh. So I may be changing it every 2 or 3 days, but I show the value of how many cubes we have. So they're like, wow, if I changed it once a week in that mini warmer, I have 8 weeks worth of scent. Or if I do it twice, that's 4 weeks worth of scent. Are you hearing this? Show them the value. Bundle and save them so they feel good about what they're buying. What else? Oh, Scentsy Club always offer that. You guys have that. You just don't have the bars, correct? Okay. Um, book parties, get people to join. You guys are probably wondering what, and I'm going to stand up and be super transparent now. Oh, with my house all Christmassy. Can you guys see? Look what I did. It's so crazy. So this is what I love to do. And these little lanyards come on Amazon. You could use a shoestring. You can use, because I always believe, start where you are, use what you have in this business and do what you can. Not asking you to go out there and spend your family money, on Scentsy stuff. So I actually bought these in bulk with another girl. They came a bunch of them on Amazon. They're little lanyards. But I had some beads from a Mardi Gras thing in the beginning, and I used to do beads. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can in this business. So these are my little scent circles, okay? Wendy goes like this, and it does say you're booked. It's got my info and then Wendy on there. So I'm walking around with these, and they're like, what's this lady doing? What is she really thinking? Long story short, I usually do some kind of presentation or something when I've got the most people, I think, there to the host, get a little cute holiday towel from like your dollar store, if you guys have those. Doesn't have to be a lot. It could be a little chocolate. It could be a little bag of samples. Remember, use what you have. Okay. And I say, thank you so much for Patty for being a great host. Who would like to get spoiled? And then I talk about the scent circles and how simple they are and the ways to use them. And I said, by the way, who's ready to take one of these? If you want a rewards link, a shopping link, a party in person, an office party, I go into offices too, or I can do a fundraiser. I can give you this scent circle today. And I do have a calendar and I do get some tentative dates, but I give this to them. And then I take a photo with them and they booked the party. And then we share it on social media. So people are like, okay, do you see what I'm doing? Do you see what I'm doing? It works every time. So this is one way I book parties. The other way, I'm showing you all the things. I'm just sharing you what I do. Raffle tickets, a Sharpie, and 2 buckets. Okay. So this is what I walk around. So basically, I'll have 2 little gifts off to the side. And I say, okay, I walk around the party. And I like to do it because I could have the host do it, but I want her to enjoy her time because she's already kind of telling me who may book and who may join. So then I go around with this and we see if she was right or not. So one of these little buckets says host and the other one says join. I made the label. I bought these at Target at the dollar spot. We have Target here, but you could use 2 red solo cups, guys, right? Host on one and join on the other. Don't be caught up in the extra things. The important thing is booking or getting people to join. So you give them the pin and the roll of the raffle tickets and you say, put your name in either one. We've got a couple prizes over there. This, by sure, is the best way to book parties. Almost everyone will put their ticket in there. I know it's crazy, but it works and it works great. So I call them my little booking buckets because why do a party and go out there and do all the things without having something to keep you going? Every single thing, every interaction you have on your Scentsy Connect should all be. Have you ever thought about earning some rewards? I can open up a rewards link and you can shop through the holidays and get some free and half price Scentsy. Perfect for gifts. So always offer that as well. Okay, where am I? Book parties. Oh, there's so much more. Oh my God, am I too late? What time are we supposed to stop? Are we good? Do I have an off button? Are you guys going to cut me off?
I don't think anybody would want to cut you off. You're good.
Okay, so remember these beautiful organza bags? How cool is that you can put your fragrance flower? This is actually my visual on my table for my event. I think I got these little leaf cutouts. I do use a little coaster because these oils can damage furniture. So I always give them a little coaster. And then, of course, I have a flower color changing card because these are all the white flowers. I sell mostly the white flowers and mostly all Dahlia Darling. That is my flower. I think it holds up. It is the one that everybody loves. And this girl sells hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of flowers every month. Just know that. So I'm not, but how cool is this? That 8x12 organza bag. Same thing. Remember, 8x12, 6-pack of bars, ready to go. You can even have one sitting there as a visual for them to go, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Or if they order bars, give them a bag and they can fill it up at home. People love little things like that. Here is my candle. I know, here we go. I put a wick trimmer in there. I bought these at Temu or Temu, whatever you want to call it. And I bought them in bulk and they cost me $1 a piece. I don't know if that's something you can do. And I do give them a little coaster. Most importantly, my candle safety card, because I want to make sure they know that they got to be safe with those candles. They've got to trim that wick every time. They can burn it no longer than 4 hours. Guys, I gifted one to my hair salon a couple months ago when I was in there. When I went in the other day, my poor husband, I'm sitting there with getting my hair all done. And the girl's like, oh my gosh, you're the lady with the candles, right? We love. She brings me the jar. She goes, it burned all the way down, even. She goes, I don't have candles that do that. And I'm thinking she's buying cheap candles, but I didn't tell her that. I'm like, wow. So anyway, he had to bring 12 candles to the salon. That's how many I sold because I gifted one that I used getting host credits. That's what I use my host credits for. Flowers or a candle now, things that I can turn around and gift and not come out of my pocket because I don't want to do that. I always have open party every month. I know you guys all do. So I can take those rewards. Choose your rewards really wisely. It makes a big difference.
Agreed.
Okay. What? You gonna say something?
No, I
Oh,
was like, I agree. I agree. I use it only for things of how to grow my business, not for
yeah,
my own stuff. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because I gift a flower like almost all my now I'm kind of gifting candles too every time I go in for a service, whether it's Botox or gotta love me. I'm so transparent. That's a good thing. Then let's see, what else do I got here? 6 packs. Okay. So Wendy does the crazy things for my flower party. If you guys follow me, you know I make all of these oils in these samples. This is a lot of work. I do it because I love it, because I have flower parties that go out. I also need all these little testers. This is actually fragrance flower oil. The best way is to get together with some people, go in and bring the flowers that you have, and you can make up these little testers. If anybody wants any of this information, I'd give you. But I do a lot of make and takes. So my team every season can have like these are all 29 fragrance flowers that we have right now in this little Amazon case, and it goes really well. So my flower party usually starts as a gift, and here is the sign holder. Very simple. On the back, it's got my QR code for them to be able to shop, shows all the flowers they have. This is the very last document every single season in my fundraising forms. It's a flower party. So all the flower party can be. Now I have all 29 oil testers, but guess what? You can make 29 little samples. Use your own 29 testers, put them in a bucket or a basket in a Ziploc baggie, and that can be a flower party. The girl's at the hair salon. She's got that flower party sign. She's got a fragrance flower sitting there. The customer is smelling it. She goes, oh, hey, I'm having a flower party. Do you want to smell the scents it comes in? She's sitting there. What a great way. Flower shops, nail salons, dental office, your nurses, break rooms. These flowers are the perfect gift. Think about it. If they're three, well, I don't know the difference of the prices, but it's a really simple gift. You can get that three, bundle it, and that could be three separate. Sylvia, the flower flyer. I must be getting tired now. It is only 1 o'clock in the morning here almost. Um, it's on the very end of my fundraising files. And if you follow me on YouTube, if not, tell Patty, I'll drop my fundraising files. It's the very last document. The flower party is an easy way to have that out there working for you, getting free PRV. Come on. We all need it. Okay. And the next thing I want to share with you, gosh, I can't stop, huh? Is so think of this. Think of when, like a checkout basket. Think about when you go to Target. What do you see on those little racks as you're going through the aisles? Those last minute things you're like, oh, I do need some aspirin for my purse. Oh, those hand wipes are good. Oh, candy, right? That's because they know you're waiting in line and they're getting you. So we need to do the same. Don't laugh, but this is no lie. See it? Can you get a good look at it? And I'll show you everything in it. I call it my upshare basket. So I'm really upselling, but I'm just sharing. So at the end, I'm like, oh, you got that warmer, Scentsy light bulbs are the bulbs you got to use. Do you think I sell a pack of light bulbs with every warmer? I do. Six PRV for us. I don't know what your light bulbs are, but I would say 6 PRV. Then I make sure I do the little cotton clean up little samples. I make sure and give them one of these. That is another time if I didn't tell them how to change the wax. I've got scent packs in here. These are great for cars, kids' sports bags. I've got more scent circles. What else do I have? Oh, my Scentsy Club card. Because if I forget, it's good. I look at this basket and I remember. I know you're in love with that scent. Do you want to get it forever? Because I can tell you how you can get that forever and get a whiff box for half price. So I have a club card in here. I have samples. My favorite samples are Counter Clean and Wash Your Whiffs, the little gateway to the business. I've got a room spray, just little things so I don't forget. And they may get the light bulbs and they may take a whole pack of cotton cleanups. Why? Because I caught them right then and there and I asked them and we added it right into their order. So if you did that with everybody and some of them did it and some of them didn't, you're taking 2 hours from your family or 2 hours out of your life. Why not make the most of it? Get the most sales you can, book the most parties, change the most lives by offering this beautiful opportunity of Scentsy. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I love it so much. It's just, it's just what there's something for everyone. And I do it for the trips. I honestly am very blessed. It's not the income for me. That's not what I do this because I just love it. I just love it. Very, very blessed. I have a whole nother business. We run out of the home. I work 2 jobs at my husband and I work 2 businesses out of this home and we never stop. We party super hard when we stop and we work super hard when we're working every single day. So like next weekend, I've got events both days. I have 9 more events before mid-December. And that's parties, events, fundraisers in person that I'm doing. So I'm out there doing the same things. I should have, in all transparency, I'm gonna say it, in the next week and a half, I should have the trip for 2 to Mexico. So I'm so happy. But I start off with goals. Remember, we need goals. I start off with goals really early on. I sponsor really hard. And I don't know if you saw my training on the Thursday night shift the other night. I talked about open houses. I do an open house in the summer and I do kind of a blowout and I book my parties for my entire season. My parties, my fundraisers, my events. So twice yearly, I'd have people come in my home, my VIPs. If you don't watch the Thursday night shift, I just did the training last week on a Thursday night. And it talks about how I do a holiday open house, how I do a summer open house. I get my VIPs in, I make them feel welcome. I make sandwiches and finger foods and have a little wine and make them feel special. And I get them to book for the next season. So it's twice a year, and that's how I fill my calendar. Then I'm out there booking. As I do a party, I'm still booking 1 or 2 more. So as you know, I'm at the point now where I'm giving events to my teamies because events are a lot of work. Guys, told you I'm 61 and it's like a lot of things to carry. But that home party is that 2 hours and it's that captive audience and the host that wants to welcome you in her or his home. It is the easiest way to expand your customer network, to grow your business, and to really get belly to belly, nose to nose, and let people experience our counterclaim, experience our products. If the lady's got a washing machine or whatever in the kitchen, tell her to do a load of laundry. Have those whiffs just blowing through and smelling great. Scentsy is about the experience, and you can share all the things with a home party. So I really love it. I really love it. As you can tell, did I share everything? I think I did.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Oh my gosh. I ended up actually taking notes, believe it or not.
Hey.
Because I was like, no, I'll remember. I'm like, no, my brain will not remember.
Yeah, no. It's almost 1 a.m. here.
I've already done one twice, so now I'm on to 2 in 6 minutes. So I love the host join buckets. Oh, that's such a good idea.
Red Solo cups work too. 2 little plastic cups, right? Host and join. Start where you are, use what you got, and do what you can, friends.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Wendy? I don't see really. I've been watching, but I can't say I see a lot of questions.
Did I share too much too fast? I know I'm a talker.
talker and crier.
Yeah.
Um, what did I put on here?
Do we say anything about their against? Do you guys have Amazon? I know that's a weird thing.
They do. Yes, they have
Okay.
Amazon and they have Temu and AliExpress
Oh,
and those
okay.
kind of. And then we call them cheap shops or the Asian shops,
Sure. Sure.
which are like our dollar
Daiso or
stores, but they're
yeah.
not dollars. They're like $5, $8, whatever. Um, but yeah, maybe when you wake up, you can send me the docs and I'll throw them in the page.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Write the list to me and message me for sure.
okay, I can do that. And the upshare basket's a great way for a reminder. When I this is a little story. When I moved to New Zealand, and my background's been sales, and I went to job interviews, and they always said, "We can tell you're American
Why?
because we can upsell." And so, and the reason was at every it was such an annoying thing too. At every sales interview, they'd go, "Sell me this pen." And you're just like, oh my God. So I'd go through, because the only way you can sell something first is find out what they're looking for, what they do, find out more about them, and then make sure the pen fits, right? Well, by the time they left, they bought a pen, a portfolio, some extra paper, um, things like that. And they always were just like, yeah, you can tell you're American. Because I believe in America, we're sold something every
Yeah,
single day.
we are.
But I also was taught, like, when I worked at an office supply store, if you go in and buy a printer somewhere and that person sees you're buying a printer and does not say, "Do you have a ream of paper at home?" and you go home and you have to leave again and go get it, that's bad service.
Right.
So
I'd be selling backup ink too. I'd be
that's
thinking,
right.
oh, you need that backup ink, you have to come back. Like
But
I'm
a
already
lot of
thinking.
times I know over there they don't want to be pushy. That's their thing.
Okay.
But I was like, yeah, but how pissed off will you be that you have to now run back to the store and go
Right.
get, because the girl saw what you were buying and didn't do her job. So I think there's that shift of mindset of, like, having that upshare basket is
Right.
just, it's a good reminder for you, but also it's for them to browse, and it opens up that conversation. So you're not being the pushy one, they're being the curious one.
And I didn't even say I have like a room spray in here too, because it's just I don't carry all the things. You can't have one of everything. So this little basket is kind of little grab go-to things. I just took it out of here for somebody, but I actually have a warmer stand with a cord concealer,
Yes.
one of those inside here too, because I may not have talked about it at the table. But now that I'm sitting down with them and writing it up, and I'm letting them glance at some of that and ask me questions, and I talk about the products that are in there.
Yeah.
They always buy because you're also saving them money. You know,
Yeah.
like when I say
And
pick,
especially in region 3, it's going to save them on shipping. So the more that they can purchase at that one point at that party, they're going to collectively save money on their shipping, which is a big point right now in region 3.
that sounds like it's a little high right now. Um,
Yeah, something's high. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little high. I do things like when I have really good customers or something, sometimes I'll say our shipping is not as much. I go, if you can get your people to order, let's try to get a bunch of orders together. But if not, I'll give you $10 towards the group of people shipping, and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
try to help them sometimes. But that's something that I can do. I'm not saying that you can always do that. You need to look at where you are in your business and in your life. And if that's not something you can do, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't have to.
I'm
Oh,
just
I was
reading
thinking
that.
now, another thing. I was like, yeah, but when you take these bars and you say 6 bars and the warmer is 10% off the total,
Yeah.
and you tell them how much they're saving, this is what the bundle would have been, and this is what it is, have a calculator, do quick math. They're like, well, I need all 6 bars and I'm going to get that warmer at 10%. That's a savings. So are you upselling or upsharing? Yes, but you're also saving them money. Anytime you look at how you can help them instead of how it benefits you, you're always going to come out winning. And that's why I fundraise.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yes.
Wendy,
Yes.
just a question with your buckets. Do you
Yes.
find that everyone that puts their name either in the host or joins, either hosts or joins?
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
It is. I can't tell you. Now, I'll be honest. This is the people that put it in the join who kind of heard me talking about the opportunity. Like, I'll just say, you guys ever thought about doing what I do? I love Scentsy. And then I won't talk about it again. So during the party, I'm just throwing out little messages or I love free trips. Why do you think I do this business? I love free trips. And they're like, free trips. But this is the person who's too embarrassed to
Mm.
say, hi, can you tell me more? They put the ticket in here. So then they have got their name and their phone number. So I always say, would you like me to follow up with you now? Or would you like to talk tomorrow? Most of the joint conversations happen the next day. Okay. But all these bookings, I've got my calendar out. I'm like, these are the days I'm available. Which one do you want? I tell them the days that I'm available and they pick from my calendar when I can work, what works for my family and my life. And then that's the days they pick. And then, of course, then they get this that says you're booked. And then I will write the date right on there. And it's got my contact, my info, and it's got the date of their party. And then I say, I'll follow up with you in a day or so as you confirm with your home calendar and your family, make sure that date works. But I save it for that 48 hours, right? No more than 2 days in my follow up. I hope
Great.
that helps.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Thank you.
Like subliminal coercion.
But it's really from the heart. You always gotta, it's always gotta come from a good place.
But I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank while I've been laid up. And so I'm like, but my big question was, because you said you do a lot of open style home party style. Yeah. Do you do any games or not?
Sometimes, but most of the time, people, I'm going to be honest with you, California, they don't want to sit around and do a game. Maybe if you had something, they'd rather just put their name in a bucket or it's just, okay. Yeah, probably depending when they got there, they had to hit some traffic because LA traffic is crazy. I'm a little south from LA. I'm in Orange County. I'll give you a little diet. I'm like a couple minutes from the beach, from Huntington Beach. I live in Orange County and 15 minutes from Disneyland. And then about an hour and a half in the winter, we have the mountains there. So then we can go up. We don't get a lot of snow, but we do get to see snow too. It's very rare, but we don't get a lot of snow. But our mountains have a lot of man-made snow for people to snowboard and ski and all that. So I'm in a really good place.
Yes, you are. And it fits your personality too. Definitely, I'm a New York person. I like it darker and concrete.
Yeah. And I like to hike and bike and walk
on the beach. And sun. You like sun?
Yes. Great tanning lotion. Do you want to know that too? Which brand?
It's in the basket.
I got to protect myself, In the 80s, I was out there laying out in baby oil. What were we thinking?
On the silver blankets.
I know.
Anybody else have any questions for Miss Wendy before she can go to bed?
I'm all hyper now. Now I can't go to sleep.
Yes, that happens. Yes.
Most importantly, I hope that something triggered, whether maybe it's a goal, maybe you say, I want to do a home party or an office party, or just it's the start of a new month. And we've got 2 months to finish out this year, 3 months to finish out the incentive. So if anything, I hope I inspired you to go strong, go big, and let's do this together. I hope to see you guys in Idaho, Mexico. I'm going to be at all the places, so I don't miss a thing. If Scentsy is putting something on, I am there, 100%.
All right. Thank you so much, Wendy. I will email you or message you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Hearts, all the hearts, all the hearts.
All the hearts.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.